Hello everyone, I hope everyone's doing well. Today on our new episode of Papa Hector's Spiritual Podcast, we're going to be discussing Our Lady of the Snow. Some time back, before this recording, I actually did an Instagram. If you're not connected to me on Instagram, you can find me at Houngan Hector, Houngan, Hector. On Instagram that I would be doing a talk about Our Lady of the Snow. And so here it is. It's actually not really even snowing anymore, but sometimes that's the way life works out. We've had a really busy year. And if you haven't already done so, you're going to want to make sure to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube. You can look me up there at Houngan Hector or Voodoo Houngan or Papa Hector, Hector Salva. You'll find me. And make sure that you subscribe because I've been doing new YouTube videos as well. And make sure you're subscribed to the newsletter. I recently just did a radio show on KFB TV. I'm sorry. Sometimes all those letters get mixed up. I just had a big ceremony. We just did a lave tete and had some new initiates. So it's really been a busy year. We went over to India, did spiritual work, and set up a temple space there. Many beautiful things have happened this last time here. So again, make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. Make sure you check out us on YouTube. Subscribe here. You can subscribe to this on Apple iTunes or Google Podcasts or here at Anchor.fm. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to go over there. So also make sure you could check us out at the blog at any time at hectorsalva.com. So before I get into Our Lady of the Snow, actually, last few notes of like what's up and coming soon. So here in June 2019, I'm about to be going to New Orleans to be participating and giving a workshop and doing some ceremonies over during St. John's Conjure Weekend. So if you're in New Orleans and you want a session, I'll be there the week before St. John's Conjure Weekend, or we can even set that up then. So make sure you reach out to us at help@greatestspells.com, and Soleil can get you set up. We can get us hooked up to speaking and helping you progress along the path. Also, after that, in July 2019, we'll be having our annual Anaisa ceremony on July 27th at 3 p.m. There will be up and coming a Facebook event. I think I already kind of set it up for that up and coming event in July 2019. So June 2019, I'll be in New Orleans this upcoming week, which will be the week before the Conjure Festival, from the 15th until the 25th, I believe it is, or 23rd. And you can have a session if you need it. Come out to the Conjure Festival. It's going to be a great event. There's going to be lots of workshops, lots of presentations. There's a party. There's just a lot going on. You can reach out to us for information on that if you need. Or reach out to us at help@greatestspells.com if you want to book a session or come and check us out. So, going on into the topic of today's show, Our Lady of the Snow. So, Our Lady of the Snow is a very powerful spirit, and the first thing you're going to think right off the bat is, because it's snow, that she's a cool spirit. But in actuality, in our tradition, she is the spirit associated with avalanches, so she's seen as a hot spirit. That's a little tricky one there. She's seen as a hot spirit, but a spirit that also has the capacity to bring coolness and tranquility into hot situations. She's a major balancing force. She's a spirit that can bring about major balance. I'm not going to go too deeply into like my lineage and what exactly that we do, because in order for that to kind of really apply for you, you would have to be a part of my lineage, which we have initiations and a whole process for that. Again, contact Soleil for that information if that's what you're looking for. Aside from that, however, we can discuss Our Lady of the Snow. So, Our Lady of the Snow is a hot spirit. She's a petro spirit. And she's a spirit that can come in and act as a major balancing force, bringing avalanches, bringing lots of colds, all in one heavy blow, in one good swoop, when something is overheated or going on wrong. But just like an avalanche, right? When Our Lady of the Snow is upset, she can create blockages in your life, and she can cause everything to stop or go still, become frozen. Okay? Her power is a power of strength. And it's a power of beauty. So Our Lady of the Snow is associated with beauty as well. And she works with beautiful items. Okay? And although she's a hot spirit, a petro spirit, okay, because she is Our Lady of the Snow, she can come off as having like a temperate nature. Okay? However, she is a hot-natured spirit. So when we do see her come through, you can tell that she's a hot spirit, but at the same time, there's a certain coolness to even her heat. Okay? There's a certain temperateness to it, because the snow, the cold, balances that out. And she works very closely with those who are devoted to her. But if she's not really with you or in your frame or in your court, she's not a spirit that's going to really respond or really respond to you that much or at all. Okay? Now, the reason is that although she's hot but also cool, okay, she has a certain level of reserve towards people. So if she's not with you, if she's not in your escort, in your frame, she's not going to work with you. Right? However, if we look at how snow works in many places, snow has the capacity to still things, to cause stillness, to freeze things, to freeze action, to stop things from going forward or backward. In many places, when snow falls heavily enough, like an avalanche, everyone, think about it, you're stuck inside. Things get shut down, shops, life kind of comes to a halt. Life and things come to a stop. So, people who have the light and the spiritual force to be able to communicate and work with her, or that have her, okay, can see that being an issue in their life over and over again when there are problems spiritually, when things are not going right for you spiritually. She is connected with other spirits, like most of the spirits. They're interconnected and interwoven, right? They have relationships and connections with each other. So, she can be called upon, or she can be drawn in, her force drawn in, by other spirits to become a way that says something's not right, something's off, you're blocked, there are issues spiritually. Where everything becomes stuck and frozen in time, and things are not moving forward or back. And this is how that energy can become, then that force can become significant, that mystery can become significant in interactions with many people. Even though it may not be in your escort, in your frame, in your cuadro with you. Okay? She's an older spirit. And so she's not one of the as popular or as bigger, more common mysteries, partially because she is selective in who she works with. She's very clean. So she likes things to be very clean and neat around her. Our Lady of the Snow has the capacity to bring or stop the snow. So whenever I see it snowing out, like it kind of reminds me of her power. Because that's a way that her power manifests outside in the world. So, basically, that's a small intro to Our Lady of the Snow. I'm not going to hold you on this one too much. However, if you're dealing with certain issues where things are becoming frozen, avalanches are falling down in your life, things are becoming stuck and frozen, not being able to move forward or back, okay? This is something that you can look out for. That's indicating something that could be resolved for you spiritually. If the proper spiritual treatment were in order. And Our Lady of the Snow or issues from that force, from her powers, may or may not be because of her. There are various other reasons, scenarios and situations that can cause that dynamic to happen in your life. This is just one of the potential ones. There are many reasons why that can happen in your life. But if it is happening, with a spiritual consultation, really digging into the problem and finding and resolving that root, it can be resolved. Many people just go on thinking that it's just something that they have to live with and give up on, etc., etc. But that's not necessarily the case. So I hope that you enjoyed this podcast. Again, I'm going to give you a little reminder of a few things. If you haven't had a chance to do so, KFB TV, I did about a 2-hour interview about Sanse. We went over many beautiful topics. Look me up, Papa Hector. I believe that was. Look up Blog Talk, KFB TV. It was a beautiful interview last week. Number 2, subscribe over to us on YouTube. Subscribe here. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Anchor FM. Check me out on Instagram. Follow me there at Houngan Hector. Check me out on Facebook. We're over there. So, all of that, June 2019, from basically the 15th through the 24th, I believe, we'll be in New Orleans. And we'll be participating in the St. John's Conjure. And then over in July 27th, 2019, we have our annual Anaisa ceremony. So that's what we have going on as far as events these next 2 months. God bless. Wishing you all the best. Keep the faith. And we'll speak soon. God bless.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.